There we are. We're live. People should be able to see us and hear us.
Well, I hear
Yeah.
us.
Smell and touch is optional.
It's completely
You have
optional.
to visit
No
our
touching.
OnlyFans page for that. And
You don't
That's
want to
it.
go there. You don't want to
really
go
don't.
there.
You really don't.
I don't think you want to go there.
There it is.
Yeah, so we got some Shadowrun going on tonight. We're down a player, and we're all distinctly a little low-key tonight, so hopefully we get some energy going. But Shadowrun via the actual Shadowrun Light rules in the form of Shadowrun Anarchy, which we're going through still. So let's go through introductions. Anything you want to plug in? What player or character that you're doing? Chuck, let's just go ahead and kick it off with you.
Sure thing. I'm Chuck. I run the Defenders of Cobalt Twitch channel. You can come check us out on what do we got? Wednesday, we're playing Spectaculars. Friday, we're playing some more basic fantasy role-playing game. We'll have a special guest player, Jordan, the PH is Silent from YouTube. And then also you can find us over on Free League Publishing and Goodman Games Official. And some of us here will be back on, or just, I don't know who is all going to be in the Cyberpunk. I forget. But Cyberpunk.
Not this week, though.
It's not
I'm not
this
sure
week?
if Matt's told people that yet.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. That
Sorry.
guy.
Oh, it might be
I
Dungeons and
reminded
Dragons then.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's fine. Anyway, that's me, and I am playing Ivan, our friendly little mage. Yeah, that's it. He, he's got a gun. He's got some fire spells. What else do you need in life? That's what I got.
Very, very little.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Christopher.
I am Christopher from Two Old Guys Games. You can find our stuff here and there on the web. Drive through Goodman Games Official. I'm also on Twitch as All the RPGs, where we play RPGs and video games. I do DM prep, and Gloomhaven Digital recently is what I've been playing a lot of over there. And I am playing Techno G, the tech backup piece of the puzzle that is, what was the name that we came up with? The really horrible name for the squad.
Oh, I don't
I can't remember.
We come
really
up with
brutal.
a new one every session, I think. It's always...
Yes. The friendless is what we are today.
Yeah.
The friendless. Yeah. The friendless. Yes, so I do the rigging and the hacking and the drone driving, and I own a gun now.
Congrats.
Feel like you're back in the States just by holding on to that nice firearm. Mm-mm. Jeff.
So I run a little group called Adventures in Lollygagging. We play a variety of tabletop role-playing games on the internet, twitch.tv/the Lollygaggers. We also play over on Free League Publishing, including tomorrow night at 9 Central. You can find myself and Chuck and Bert as we play Vaesen, Nordic horror investigative type game. And on Tuesday, it's not going to be Cyberpunk. It's actually going to be Twilight 2K, as I think that's what Matt's going with this Tuesday. So you can catch that also on Free League Publishing. And then this weekend, we're going to have on Fridays and Saturday, I think we're going to have some, I'm not sure what we're playing yet. We're trying to get our Mutant Year Zero game back up and running for Saturday. But one of our players is a nurse, and things are a little crazy right now for his work schedule. So we'll see how that goes. I am playing Gantu Praboa, also known as Simon Garfunkel. So Gantu is an entrepreneur who likes to collect a variety of contacts and businesses. He's also a street samurai dwarf who likes to smash things. And Simon Garfunkel is a hand model and theater extraordinaire. And he's slowly, even though he's been bashing people most of his life, he's getting into the grifting game. And over the course of our campaign here, he's been getting a little better and better at swindling people with his charm, as opposed to smashing people with his fist.
Well, his whole life, the brute strength game has done what? Lost him a leg?
Yeah. I mean, what does he have to show for it? He's got chrome in one arm and he's got chrome in one leg, and I don't know.
Things have been pretty safe the other way, though.
Yeah.
Right. So Frendon, yes, unfortunately is busy tonight, was not able to join us, but we'll be back in future episodes with any luck. So guys, you're in, you're in this little countryside, the Moose Mousen territory here, with Schloss Muschmausen being your target, the castle high on a hill. You arrived yesterday, picked up your belongings, crate of guns and all kinds of other party favors, giving you multiple ways where you might be able to crack this particular nut. So you were asking around the village last game session, and what you're able to figure out is basically you've got 4 approaches to the castle, really only 3. By air looks to be a bad idea, as during the day you saw ground to air rockets actually firing from Schloss Muschmausen for anything that got within its air, its zone. So coming in by air is probably not the greatest way to do it. Up from the sea, the back end of the castle is a sheer cliff, but it's not unscalable. Difficult, but not impossible. There are 2 other methods that you are able to kind of figure out. I may not have given you all this information last time.
I have a note that, like, one of the last things we did last session is I downloaded every scrap of info I could about the castle and the Baron and put it in my head chip. So car collection, esoteric library, high tech was introduced in some latest renovations, things like that. Right. So I have some notes on this.
So there is the mountain road that winds up the cliff face to Schloss Muschmausen. There is a guided tour that happens, giving you some access to the grounds, and of course it will use the roadway. The third way is a sky lift. Just on the outskirts of town, there is a lift that takes the people that live in the town that work in Schloss Muschmausen up on kind of like a ski lift sort of thing. Up from the valley, up across the cliff face and into the castle. That's only for people that are employed there, though. It's not part of any kind of tour or anything like that. So that would be part of your data download that you found there, Techno G. The other thing is you got a very rudimentary, we'll call it a blueprint of the grounds that was registered in county. If you guys go to your journal, there should be a Schloss Muschmausen map in there.
Yep, got it. Okay.
And I don't know why it's not opening in my own window, but you guys can see it?
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah. So that's what you have to work with, and I put the list of all your party favors in the Roll20 chat there.
What's a stealth grapple line?
Yes. Stealth grapple line is like you have a grapple gun in there, but the stealth one is, it has instead of it being shot or fired, it actually flies out very quietly and attaches itself using various magnetics and drills. All very quiet, all very stealthy.
That's cool.
Takes a little longer, but yeah.
Okay.
So high-tech spy gear there.
I dig it. That's Techno G's like, I could see how we could use that with some drones.
Yep. Now I didn't get a chance to key the map, so if you have questions about what the numbers are there, just ask. You do have a dump of what all that is.
Okay.
Sure.
Where does the skylift end up at?
It ends up on roof of number 12, which is the central keep.
Yeah.
Okay. That. Okay. Well, I still think this tour would be a great starting point.
Yeah, I agree.
We were going to go talk to, I don't remember that lady's name.
Goldie Schonbosom.
Yeah.
She is the director of tourism for the town.
But yeah, go talk to her and she can schedule the full guided tour of the castle. And that'll at least give us the information of where we need to deliver this case.
You want all of us to go on that, or
Why not?
just one
I
of
mean,
us?
I don't know. What do you think? Like, I can disguise myself. That's not a
I
problem.
mean, it's no secret because we were on trains that were attacked and we
Right.
fought back. So people are like, "Hey, we know them," and we were all together. So,
But we also were under, assumed names and everything. So
Yeah.
I feel like this
Also,
whole trip has sort of been
my
over.
physical mask spell does list as mass illusion disguise. Bert, do you know how many people I could alter the looks of with that?
Depends on your check, how well you do.
Okay.
But if it's just the three of you, any success would do it.
Okay. So, like, if we all go, I can just, put a little spell up and we can look like, old Oktoberfest style tourists.
oh,
we
I
do
should have
that,
got my
though?
lederhosen out of the closet
I was
and my
wondering
hat. I'm going to do that shortly.
if we were to do that, though, that might draw unwanted attention. Like the fact that we could just show up as tourists. There's no reason we couldn't
Yeah.
do that.
I mean, I'm fine with that too.
drunken tourists.
Yep. You also know that sometimes recording devices will see right through illusion
That's true.
as well.
Yeah. And if anyone is watching us there and then puts real eyes on us, it's going to give us away as being
Right.
shady super fast.
Right. And later when we actually do the run, that might be the better time to okay, well now we'll use it because we're already doing something shady.
Yeah.
The tour is we're just looking around.
Yeah.
And then we
Who
also
wants to
have,
go talk? Go ahead.
I was gonna say we also had the dog breeder Hadro.
Yeah.
We know that he was meeting with or he was delivering some new biological dogs because the mechanical dogs are hacked and useless or something like that. So that was always a potential. I don't know. There might be something we could do with that connection at some point.
All else fails, we can just try and get in real good with his dogs. Oh, there you
Mhm.
go.
Techno G is
jeez.
putting on the local costume.
There we go.
But yeah, get in with the dogs. Hopefully, when we're doing the run, they don't attack us on sight.
I had also thought we might go hang out in the pubs where the staff wind down in the town proper there.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good idea. See if maybe we can.
That's
steal
a
some
that's a
credentials.
Gantu's job.
I feel like one of the things Gaku might be doing is maybe they just need help right now. Maybe they're hiring. Wouldn't hurt to just pick up a little work while we're on our vacation. A couple hours here or there. Helps offset some of the costs.
This is not a bad idea. There's always hire for muscle, magic, and tech.
That's true. That's true. I mean, I think, we definitely, they're opening up the castle for the tour. So it seems like that's the least sketchy thing we could do right now. And
Yeah.
if we go do that, collect what we can, get an idea of how many people work there and, stuff like that. And maybe we can use that to, either find a job or find a couple folk that we can pose as later on or something.
This is a good idea. Let us go be tourists.
Yeah.
absolutely.
And I got my fanny pack ready to go. Let's go.
Play the last game you guys had kind of looked around town. Of course, you went to the a lot of the tourist spots like the coffee shop where all of the backpacking kids hung out at from the youth hostel. So you're going to spend basically the rest of the day doing this. Is somebody specifically going to go and find Goldie and arrange something, or do you want to just arrange it through the net?
I'm fine going and talking to her and arranging it.
Okay.
It's a small enough town, I think. Yeah, it might be less suspicious to. Yeah, I can
Okay.
go hunt her down and
All right.
arrange a tour.
Do you want to go alone, or are you guys sticking together today?
Was there something else you're looking to do, Techno?
I kind of did all the electronic stuff through the net and everything. I figure I can scope the on-site stuff when we take this tour. So, aside from grabbing a pint, no.
Right. The only other thing I had in my notes was that there was a church, like St. Gretchen's or something like that. That'd be something was mentioned a few times. I don't know whether the Baron's a religious man or anything like that. And you never know. People can confess things to holy men and women. So that I don't know. But I don't think it's a priority like to do that. So we can just go Goldie for now.
All right, where do you want to start?
Go talk to Goldie.
Okay. Yeah, there's a tourism building in town. It's the only one. Goldie seems to be the only one manning it. There is a secretary there who, by the time you guys come out, this is late afternoon. It took you a while to walk around downtown, do the sightseeing, pick up your crates. Where did you end up putting your crates in the SUV that you picked up?
That's a great question. I know we've
One of those public parking lots they've got all over Europe.
Yeah, you certainly can do that.
okay.
Your SUV has the key defense system, so like if somebody comes within a 10-foot radius, the turrets come up and
Please step away from the vehicle. Like Ed 209 voice.
There you go.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
So Goldie is here when you walk in, and she's having what smells like mulled wine by a crackling fire. So again, the temperatures here are a little on the cool side. You guys did pack some cold weather gear, accounting for this, but there's not snow on the ground yet. But there's that smell in the air when it could come any day. So she's enjoying a little bit of what smells like spice or mulled wine by the fire. And as you're coming in, she'll stand up. She is also wearing what seems to be like the town costume for those that are catering to all of you tourists. She's got the lederhosen on, very brightly colored shirts, lots of greens and reds. Sans hat. Her blonde hair is long and flowing. She's quite an attractive woman, though not, you wouldn't say young. She's probably pushing 40 or so, but she's very pretty.
Bert, please. 40 is young.
I was going to say that's pushing 40. Or that's my
Over the hill, best days way beyond.
Right. I'm insulted. I'm triggered.
Can't even get out of bed without help in the morning. You know how it is.
Miss Gold Bosom. Well, no, wait. Goldie, what? Bronze Bosom? What was her name?
I don't think there was a bosom in her name.
I thought
Sean Bossum.
See?
It was
There
close.
is.
Okay. It was close.
I thought it was a Bond name for a minute.
But unlike a lot
Sean
in
Bottom.
the hospitality industry, she's had no cosmetic surgery. So like you can see the little bit of lines starting to form. She's got a wonderful smile. Short, she's barely 5'6", 5'7", fairly on the short side. Yeah. For
It's
most
all
of you.
relative.
But yeah, she gets up and she says, "Oh, you were on the train this morning.
Yes, we were on
Settled
train.
in."
Yes.
Yes. That
It was,
unfortunate ride.
Yes. Exciting would be a word. I don't know if it would be a good word, but it is a word.
Well, and she's just kind of gripping her coffee or her mulled wine. It looks like she's trying to keep her hands warm. I was like, well, yeah, I mean, there's a little excitement in the area, there's a few political incidences going on. It rarely touches us here, though. I'm sorry that you had such a bad train ride, but what can we do here to make your trip a bit better?
It must affect tourism to some degree. Surely people don't want to come and be shot at.
Well, and she kind of does this as a stage whisper, sort of. She's like, well, honestly, sometimes the thrill actually brings us a little bit more in, especially with the younger crowd. I'm sure you saw our youth hostel coming in. It's a nice eyesore, really, but it helps bring income.
Yes. Actually, we come to talk. We would like tour of castle.
Oh, yes. She looks at her watch and she's like, "Well, the tour for the day has it's almost over. They should be getting back here within the next hour, actually. So if you're interested, we can set you up tomorrow. There's usually two outings. We have a morning and an evening." And as she's talking, she's walking over to a desk where there's an old-fashioned like volume, and she actually has a feathered quill that she has, dipping in ink, and she's looking. It's like, yes, the morning bus is nearly empty. The evening bus, which includes a charcuterie. There's some fine shops that do cheeses and custom meats along the way. The evening bus stops for that. The morning bus doesn't. The morning bus, we just have some coffee and some pastries.
Evening sounds.
Yes, we want the sharp coochie. That is the one we want.
Okay. And could I have your names, please?
Yes, I am Paul Art.
Simon
Paul.
Garfunkel, the notorious Simon Garfunkel. You probably know me. Yeah.
Oh, yes. So you're a model, I understand. Hand model. Oh, very nice, very nice. Paul, if you don't mind, what is it that you do for a living?
Oh, yes, I sell bespoke custom coffee mugs.
Oh, well, we have a lot of personalized shops like this here. Very nice, very nice.
Yes.
Charles. Philip. Arthur. George. Windsor.
There's more. There's a saying in my country: never trust a man with more than one first name. It just gives you a big smile.
In America, it's never trust a man with two first names. But if you have three, it's like a double negative, and it's fine.
Oh, okay. You're an American.
I'm an elf. How dare you?
You can't be both. That's unusual. I didn't mean to offend you, of course.
It's all right. Windsor.
Windsor. Oh, from the family line?
Indeed.
What was it?
They couldn't pull that sword out of the rock without us.
50 years ago, they sold off a bunch of those titles, I understand. Are you hereditary, or did did someone purchase the title? I'm sorry if this is personal. It's just fascinating.
It must be hereditary because my family generally deals in organic products.
Oh, okay. Oh, would you like some mulled cider? Just freshly made. She goes to a punch bowl and starts pouring out glasses worth.
This is fantastic.
Glühwein. Wonderful.
Well, the evening tour starts at 3, where we visit some of the fine cheese and bread and meat vendors in the area before we finally go to Schloss Mushmausen. A couple hours. We'll arrive there around 5. We'll spend about an hour and a half touring the grounds. If the Baron himself is there, sometimes he will deign to come out and greet the tour group, sometimes not. I understand that he did make an appearance yesterday.
Ooh.
I don't know if that appearance repeated today or not, but it is something to look forward to. A snap photography. We can provide you with any imaging, 3D holographic that you would like, but we don't allow any technological devices of that sort on the trip. Unfortunately, the Baron is very particular about his security. He doesn't like to have any kind of scanning or imaging devices. Other than that, there's really nothing else to report. You'll want to dress warmly, good footwear, boots if you have them. The grounds of Schloss Mushmausen, typically, it's all original. So some of the tiling on the grounds are not uniformly flat. It would do well to have good foot protection.
This is good to know.
And there are a number of gift shops along the way. If you are leery about carrying creds with you, everything can be just deducted from your hotel. Which one are you staying at?
I'll tell her the name. I forget.
No, I don't have it. Dan. I thought I had it. I don't have it.
That's all right. Your characters would know. It's just like, oh, yeah, very good. She takes that down. And she takes out
The Belle et Paul.
she takes out a hologram camera. It's one that'll take a picture in all dimensions. May I for my tour book?
Sure.
Well, I'm
pretty
have
sure-
to hide the hand, unfortunately.
I was gonna
do
say, he
have
gets paid for
an
that.
exclusive contract. With,
Of
agents.
course, I completely understand. So she snaps a few pictures, getting a few different angles to get the holograms just right. And you
This
can
is
see
my-
behind
this is my
you,
headset.
she does actually have display a lot of the tour groups that have gone, some individuals, some groups.
I cough every time she takes one.
Yeah. That's
All right.
fine. Yeah. So if you're intentionally trying to obscure your features,
Yes.
yep,
Yeah.
that's fine. You don't need to roll for that. It's just you just kind of turn your head, which causes a motion blur in the camera. But she doesn't.
What the
You know,
heck?
She tries a couple times to get a better picture, but after a bit, she gives up on it. But yes. So if you will meet just right outside here at 3:00 tomorrow, have you synchronized to local time?
Not yet, but we can.
3:00 is so far, unless we have any more visitors, you will have only one other passenger on board with you. So you should have lots of leg room, and it should be a very nice tour for you.
This is
Ooh,
fantastic.
might that
Plenty of
be?
charcuterie for us to eat ourselves.
Yes.
Oh, let's see. Name George Mandrickson. She looks it over a little bit and says, looks like one of the guests at the youth hostel has scheduled the trip
Mhm.
just for himself.
Fascinating. I'm sure he won't eat much. We'll definitely get most of the charcuterie.
Yes.
And should I just bill the trip to the hostel or the hotel that you're staying in?
That would be appropriate.
Very good. Very good. Gives you just a very great smile and, says like, yeah, if you'd like to look around a little bit, feel free. I'm going to go ahead and get this booked into the computer systems. And we'll see you tomorrow.
I buy one of these fabulous hats from her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to
Yeah,
ask her,
that-
like, madam, where can we get some of that local wonderful garb you have on?
Yeah, there is a
Your
gift shop.
hosen.
There is a gift shop attached. So you guys can load up on that if you'd like.
Oh, yeah.
I would like everybody to make a test for me.
I also wanted to take a look at some of the more recent tour pictures to see if there was any kind of alarming or any kind of.
Okay, this will roll into the same test. Make me a logic plus willpower. This is a perception test. If everybody could roll that for me.
Wait.
Logic plus willpower.
There's a
Like-
perception roll button.
Like
Click
that?
the eyeball.
Oh, there is?
Yeah.
Which
click
one?
the
Oh, it's the
eyeball.
Oh, the eyeball.
Okay, perfect.
Oh, well.
I
It's
got
kind
one
of the same
success.
thing.
Yeah.
Got two.
I got 4 on both
Okay,
rolls.
they're pretty-
Okay. Well, as you look around, there's nothing. You look around at the prior year's pictures. The only thing that's outstanding to you, there's nothing really particular outstanding about the pictures. There's nobody there that really jogged your memory as being anything in the media or news that you've seen. But what is kind of apparent is that there were a lot more tours in the year prior to this one. And so, like, it seems like 2 years ago, they had a lot of tours, a lot of people were coming in, and 2 years ago it just suddenly just a trickle. There's only a few pictures from that point on.
Ooh.
There is one from yesterday. It looks like, again, a lot of young folks in the picture, probably more people from the youth hostel, but prior to that there hasn't been anyone taking the trip for almost a month. And this is the time of year that this is a vacation spot. So things have changed here in the last 2 years, or something has changed where tourism is down quite a bit.
Mhm.
What you all catch as you leave and you go into the gift shop, which is kind of adjoining this building. There's a walk through, so you don't have to leave the building. When you guys leave and you lay your glasses behind you with your mulled wine, you just out of the corner of your eyes, you see that she comes back into the room, and she very carefully picks up each glass, and you notice she has a glove on when she picks up each glass.
That bitch.
And
Shoot him out of her hands.
I do have my shotgun back in my leg. Just say a word, Techno.
Can you startle her and make her drop them? Can you startle her and make them drop them?
I'll go back in. I'll gladly go back in and interrupt her. Be like, one more thing. I'm gonna pull a Columbo.
She's like,
oh, no,
yeah.
one more thing. So is she in the? If we see it and I try to go back in and like kind of interrupt her,
it does not startle her. Like she is smooth as anything. It's like when you come in, just like big smile on her face as she continues to collect the glasses. And she's like, "Oh yes, is there something you've forgotten?"
And she's putting them into a bag.
No, she's just collecting them with one hand, and the hand just happens to be gloved.
Souvenir glasses. Oh, thank you for bagging those for us.
Right. I was going to say, I see you as well like to wear a glove when you're doing household chores. Is there a particular process that you have for that? Is there a reason why you're being so careful?
Or? Her cheeks color a little bit. She says, well, honestly, I've got this thing about germs. No disrespect meant. I'm sure you're perfectly fine. I just don't really like handling things that other people have gotten near their mouth, and and she's actually like her face is coloring a little bit. She's like, I really don't mean any disrespect.
Right. No, none taken. I can completely understand that.
If you want to try and see if she's acting, that's a roll.
Actually, how obvious is it when I cast a spell? Because I have a little spell here called Analyze Truth.
Okay, it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be very spectacular. If you can just get out of her line of sight a little bit, because you do have to move your hands, and there's a little bit of muttering, but it doesn't have to be very loud.
Okay, yeah,
I would give me like a nod, and I'll start to like walk around and kind of carry her eye line to a different side of the room.
Yeah.
I mean, I can cause a ruckus over by the register or whatever. Check out.
So you would want to have done this before he engaged her with conversation, then I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, well, go ahead and roll the spell.
5 successes.
Whoa.
Successes, okay. Give me a second.
Whoa. That was close.
3, 4.
Yeah. She's good. Like, she is really good, but it's complete fabrication, what she's telling your friend here.
Once I have this confirmed, I would go up to Gantu, like, hey, do you have keys to car? Because I need to get the thing to, carry. And I'd just be like winking, ridiculously, just
tightening the silencer on my pistol.
I would assume since you guys are the prime runner status, you probably have certain signals you've worked out.
But anyway, I'd give Gantu a signal on the sly, like, nah, this
something
is
like
not. Just vogue a little bit, yeah.
So I will let me give you a hand there. I'm not as adverse to germs, and I'll reach out and see if I can grab the if she'll let me take the glasses.
She's committed to the role. She's like, oh, whoa, thank you. They just go in the kitchen in the back. Oh, and I did forget. I do need each of you to sign the registry, if you would. Mm-hmm. And of course, she pulls out from the drawer these plastic wrapped ink quills. It's like, and just a little gift. Each of you can have one to sign with.
Sure, I'll start signing. Let's see, how do I spell name again? Yes, not wasting time at all.
I sign digitally.
I'll bring the glasses to where she sent me, and I will smash them on the ground. I'm such a klutz here. I can't believe And I'll just start stepping on them and everything. Oh, mom's just my big dwarven stubby
She's like,
fingers.
oh, it's okay. It's okay. We have a cleaning service for that. Are you hurt? Did you cut yourself?
No, of course not. No.
Are you sure? I would hate for
Check your hands.
skin infections. I mean, blood infections are a real thing. I mean, she's playing up the playing up the part about the germs. It's like, it's a real thing. I mean, even the smallest cut, you can get your blood infected, and the next thing you know, you lost your arm. Are you sure?
Ganto, did you make mess in there? Here, I will come and help you sweep it up right now.
Well, thank you. What was her name? Paul.
Can we all just sign digitally? I start signing digitally for them. I've already done it, but I have their files right here.
Oh, sure. The book is just, it's custom. It's guests here have been signing that book for 500 years. I understand the arts of handwriting has gone by the wayside. I understand if you're not comfortable with that.
Just poke the tip of the quill through the plastic. Mm-hmm. And I write an X, and then I stick it in my pocket.
Okay.
Thank you. You said
Did you leave the plastic on it?
Yeah, I took the whole thing. Like,
okay.
Just put it in my. She said it was commemorative.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, it's right here. Here it is.
While she's distracted, I want to just go through. I just want to pick up these chunks of coffee mugs and just start loading them into like my jacket pockets.
Okay, so you want to take the chunks with you?
Yeah,
I'm sweeping them into my I'm sweeping some of them into like my
oh no, she's insisting to look at your hand and make sure you haven't cut yourself. She's like, here, put it near the windows.
Adam,
get some light on it.
Sorry. This is my livelihood that you're no, please
don't let her lick it.
Thank you. I am very careful about who gets to touch and look at my hand. Thank you very much.
All right.
Oh, that sounds like a dinner date.
It really. No.
Okay, Ivan. Yeah, you collect all the pieces.
Yeah.
You make a show of sweeping it up and putting it into the garbage, but you just kind of push it into your coat.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've cleaned it up for you. You do not need to worry. It is thank you for the opportunity to have a charcuterie board tomorrow. I am excited.
I signed the book for all of us, so we're all good to go.
I feel awful. Let me reimburse you for these. I mean, from what I can tell, your tours are kind of going a little down in frequency of late. I wouldn't want your books to take even a bigger turn with having to replace these. How much do these cost here?
Oh, if you were really interested, we can just put the cost to the hotel.
Perfect.
Not
just
much.
Book the room, of course.
I was gonna say perhaps Paul can get you some bespoke glassware.
Yes,
to
I
replace
will
those
do.
that we
Yes,
broke.
commissions I will make, and they'll be pretty and stuff.
Oh well, we are always gratified to have artists leave behind anything to promote your work that we can send business your way. It would be wonderful.
That is great. Let me take some of your coffee mugs with me, and I will get them fancied up and bring them back to you later.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Like I whip up a business card, a digital business card, and I just flip it to one of her screens. I'm like, there you go.
All right, good enough. Again, she's playing the good hostess, and she's like, "Oh, very good. Well, 3:00 tomorrow, we'll get you set up, and you'll get to see the beautiful countryside, enjoy some of our fine produce. It's often a highlight of many tourists stay here."
All right, thank you.
So you go to the gift shop.
I'm making sure everything I touch from now on, by the way, is with the hammer fist, not with
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just stick my hands in my coat pockets, like touching anything.
Like she couldn't get your DNA off your shed skin cells. Come on. No.
I mean, if she was really serious about it, she could just like lick the air like a snake and have cybernetics implanted in her, and then just get like digital readouts.
Yeah, you don't know. You have no idea.
It depends on how much the Baron is really putting into her as his gatekeeper up at the castle. That's my theory. She's the gatekeeper.
But you guys, you load up on local clothing, get good boots. Although your kit that you picked up had some good winter footwear in it, good winter clothing in it as well.
If we've got winter clothing, then I won't buy anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
just this hat.
That, and I'm sure the winter clothing in the kit will be easier to conceal stuff into.
Oh, yeah, that's the other question. You have some armored shirts in there. These are the kind that you can wear beneath like a regular coat and it not look obtrusive.
Yeah.
So are you guys, did you put those on right away or no?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. All right.
As he tries to shoot us on the way out. Hey,
Yeah,
do they have those little commemorative spoons?
Oh, yes, of
My
course.
mother loves
Yeah.
those. I absolutely need one from here.
Except,
Wrap it for
unfortunately,
me?
because of their youth business, they're all heroin spoons.
Mother will get a kick out of it. Definitely, she will laugh. Can you gift wrap that for me?
Oh,
I am nothing but fumble fingers with manual
so
dexterity
this is
type things.
this is the person in the gift shop. Once you went through the door there, she's taking her leave of you. But yeah, the gift shop person does gift wrapping very easily. Anything that you
Wonderful.
purchase there, they just put onto your hotel credit, which, by the way, as per part of your deal, that's all that bill's being picked up by your employer.
Male, female, gender neutral.
This is a short, balding guy. But what little hair he does have left is magnificently coiffed with wax. He's got the handlebar mustache with several whirls on it. Not a single blade of hair on his head, but he's got quite a bit on his face.
I tip him enough to get him a mighty fine tin of mustache wax for the wrapping job and the fine hair. As you can see, I can do nothing with this. I can barely get one curl out of it. I appreciate this.
All right. Other than a few gift hats and a few gift items here and there, is there anything else you're looking for while you're in here? They do have things like maps of the countryside. They do have maps of the greater area of the rest of Berlin and Germany as well. There are no maps of the castle, but there are several postcards of pictures of the outside of the castle.
I have those. How many cameras are on us right now?
None that you see. You've actually seen very little technology. And actually, I'll just tell you, since I assume you're going to check, this building has no network.
Well, that was my next thing.
Or if it does, it's hardwired and it's not Wi-Fi.
Sure. Mm-hmm. All right. Aside from the gift wrap spoon for mom, heroin spoon is even funnier. She's going to use it to feed someone to the pigs, piece by piece. I know it. I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good.
Yeah, I don't want anything.
All right. Well, you step out after that little disconcerting visit. So yeah, Chuck, your spell tells you that she is an excellent actress. She was definitely up to something with your prints and those mugs, but was really good at just smoothing it over, letting it go.
Okay. And once we're a little more free to talk, I'll definitely relay she was trained professional. Definitely something fishy.
Oh yeah, she's the gatekeeper to the castle.
Could be that, or could
you
be
don't have
something else.
If you have stuff up in the castle that you want to hide, you don't just allow anyone to go tour the castle. And if you do, you definitely do background checks on them prior to.
And again, if you had that much kind of paranoia, why'd you even have tours in the first place?
Yeah.
Maybe it was a mandatory contractual thing for buying the title. Because he bought his title, right?
Well, no, the title was his hereditarily, but the castle he had to buy because in the past, some of his relatives had to sell it and he bought it back.
Right. I'm now suspecting he might not be a troll at all.
Could be she was just trying to, pull the wool over on some tourists and such and hit her bank accounts or something like that.
That could be. I mean,
steal her kidneys, leave us in a bathtub of ice.
Now, she did get good imaging of both Ivan and Gantu. Techno did his best to try and disguise his profile as pictures were being taken.
Break in there later and wipe that out. Good job.
I was maybe just thinking same thing.
How about you just burn the building down?
An
unfortunate fire.
Yeah.
I can do that too. That is no problem.
I should have taken his card and attached the exploit program to it and had it, or the covered tracks program. And so while it's up there, it's slowly eroding all of the. Damn it! Next time.
The other thing is that if we're really suspicious of her, of being connected to the bear and whatnot, she knows where we're staying. So might we be a little bit on edge tonight then?
Yeah, do we keep watch, or do we?
I mean,
just sleep out in the SUV?
Hypothetically, we took the information she was trying to gather. Your images, I mean,
Right.
we've been fairly good at covering our tracks most of the time on our runs. So,
Yeah, we don't necessarily
you
know.
know, like
I mean,
the
we caught it kinda
sewer
late.
at the Sylvan Institute and the cameras. I'm just starting listing off all the times I've had to go in and erase pictures of us.
I mean, it's a good thing that, we do those things intentionally so that you feel good about yourself, having a purpose.
Aw.
Right?
I always,
Ivan?
I hate the real world, and I always just want to be in the Matrix.
So, I don't know. I think we should just be a little bit careful tonight. So maybe have a watch, like Ivan said, just in case.
I can throw the drones up.
Yeah,
I like
now that we have everything.
Yes,
keep a surveillance
they can
cordon
watch for us.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as we're traveling around the town, like, are we noticing decent drone presence? Like, how
You haven't seen a drone in the sky other
Yeah.
than Techno G's that he flew a little bit earlier to test,
That's
make
what
sure
I was
everything was
gonna
working.
say. It's like,
They'll stick
will
out
the
like
drones
swords.
stick out?
Yeah.
We'll set them like gargoyles on the corner of the hotel, and they can just scan for weaponry or something. They've got do they have? They're fly spy aerial drones with guns.
What time of day is it?
This is late afternoon at this point.
I did not mean to do that, but there it is.
We got like almost 24 hours here. What do we want to do?
Fit in.
Yeah, I mean, is there I don't know anyone else we need to talk to. I mean, we could try and follow up information on this George
Mandrickson. I'm already doing
Mandrickson.
it. Running a background check.
I don't know. That name sounds made up, right? Mandrickson? Come on.
Sounds very Hogwarts.
And he's at the youth hostel, too,
Mm-hmm. Hogwartian.
Maybe we go find him and say, hey, I saw we're going to be on tour together. Let's be friends. We buy you beer.
That sounds good. Let's do it.
Well, the youth hostel is going to have a bar in it. So if we want to go hang out with folks younger than y'all, because everyone's younger than elves, that would be a place to do it.
Yeah.
The one I stayed at in London was like a 24-hour party. No matter what time you woke up or walked in, there was like a dance party going on. It was crazy.
Yeah, maybe let's go talk to him and, maybe we're not the only ones running job, or maybe, he's just a nerd.
All right, so you want to head to the youth hostel then?
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah.
okay?
Mm-hmm.
So as you're wandering around, you're having to go from different parts of this village to others. It's not a very big village, but there's a definite divide. It's almost like a line in the sand where establishments that are clearly made for tourists and then are clearly for the people that live here. The tourist section of town is like everything is clean, it's shiny, all the tiling is well painted, all the wood accents are well painted, everything is just very picturesque. And then it's almost like you step over a portion of the town and then there's like shacks. They're like same kind of houses, but not of the same repair, not of the same upkeep. There's several small bars and the little eateries within the tourist side of town, but on the other side there only appears to be one bar, and it's built in a longhouse fashion.
Football,
So,
hooligan,
youth hostel is-
graffiti.
Youth hostel is definitely within the tourist part. So as you're coming down and around, there's already loud music you can hear through all the windows, warring styles. People just like start cranking their stereos higher when they hear something they don't like, which, responds with more volume on the other side until it's just a glaring mess. A lot of the kids are outside kicking around like little hacky sacks, throwing frisbees around, doing drugs openly. Although, if anybody looked at any of the local laws, there's nothing that's really outlawed as far as recreational drugs, and there's nothing really outlawed here.
Okay.
Go to one of those hacky sack groups. But, hello, fellow young people.
And that goes over about as well as you might think. Actually, no, if you step up and do that, somebody kicks the little hacky sack over to in your direction.
I got this. I got this.
Oh man, he's gonna cyberfoot that thing in his face.
I am very agile.
Through his skull.
Very agile. I'm very athletic.
All right, yeah, let's have some kind of roll to see how well you get in with that. Let's start. Let's do a willpower and agility.
Is there a way to like ad hoc combine two?
Off the bat, no, I don't think so.
Okay, I'll just roll. Yeah, I'll just roll the 11 d6s that I got then. That's one. Was it 5s and 6s? 1, 2,
5s and 6s. Yeah.
Three successes.
Okay. Yeah. You don't do bad. You catch it and you kick it back into the circle, and so you're passing it back and forth. But you just kind of walked in and joined their little party here. And there's a couple of nods down the line. Someone hands you a drink cup of some unknown, smells like fermented beverage. Somebody else passes some kind of pipe over to you.
I smoke it.
All right. Yeah, you
up for an experience.
Very quickly start feeling no pain. It's like everything just kind of goes numb and starts feeling good. But just nodding along to the music, kicking the sack around. So you're in. Is there anything else you want to do or say? What are the rest of you guys doing? As you see Gantu just kind of blend in with the Utes.
Yes, well, I was planning on doing many things, but I see he has it all under control. I will go inside and see if I can find the bar.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's no bar per se, like no actual establishment. Someone has laid down some like scrap boards on a couple of crates, and there are all kinds of like solo cups and glass cups, and there's just this big fountain of some kind of liquid that's going through the table, and he's just scooping it out and putting it into cups. There's a little tip jar there. There is like a little stand that's got like actual like cigarettes and a few other things that are being sold, but the drinks look like they're just being slung over the table.
Yeah, I'll take a drink. Maybe.
So how old is Ivan?
I don't know. I put, he's probably in his.
He's been to college,
Yeah.
So he's at least in his 20s.
I would probably put him in like maybe his early 40s, early to mid 40s. Yeah.
All right, but you dress pretty fashionably, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Somebody just hands you a cup. He does a little double take as he looks at you for a minute, and it's just like, it's cool.
Yeah. It is very cool. Listen, I like to drink. I will go now. And actually, I'm interested in the little stand that's selling smokes and shit.
Yeah.
I'll go and I'll get a pack, but I want to ask, like, I am looking to meet a friend here. Do you know George Madrickson?
Jorge? Yeah.
Yeah, Jorge. Where is Jorge? I need to talk to him.
Probably out in the town, man. He only comes here to shower, shit, and shave. Doesn't barely sleep here.
Okay. Well, listen, if you see Jorge, tell him to find Paul. I have that money that I owe him.
Oh, that's a good one. He'll pause for a moment and says, hey, Jorge owes me a few bucks for some smokes.
How much
he
does
gets his
he
money,
owe you?
sooner I get my money.
Listen.
Hey, look, he doesn't like slumming it in this area. He said he's here for the authentic experience.
Yeah.
Try the straight into town. They got the one bar there, Zoom Nasbaum. He usually hangs out there. He plays chess with a bunch of the old guys. He's here on some kind of academic scholarship, doing some kind of history research, something like that. But yeah, hit him up, man. I could use that cash.
Listen,
Unless,
I'll tell you,
hey, he owes me a 20 if you just want to pay his bill.
I'll give it to you now. Listen, there's no I want to make friends with everyone. So here you go, buddy.
Oh yeah, that disappears quick.
Yeah.
Actually, do you do it off a cred chip, or did you pick up some actual cash somewhere? Cash is actually unusual, but it looks like some of these small towns still use it.
I don't have any cash, so it'd probably be cred chip.
Quick cred chip transaction.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, right on.
There you go. Listen, now Jorge doesn't know you anything. And Paul, my name is Paul. You and I are friends now.
Hey, Paul, you bet. He hands you another drink.
And I'll take it, yeah.
I'm going to throw up a net search, like if there's net connection.
They have actually hacked a small amount of net presence to be able to stream their music. So there actually is a network connection here, although it's very, very minuscule.
Just going to track it back and see what's connected to it.
Essentially, they just hooked up. They just hacked into the public net in this area, which there are not that many terminals available. So, like, here's one terminal you could get into to get to the public net. So there's nothing here
hostile specific, but okay.
Right. Yeah. So there's nothing here hostile specific. They just have made a connection so they can stream music. That's basically all that's here.
I'll quadruple their bandwidth since I'm in there.
You take over a few more resources, right? There's really not a lot of network security, so there's no downfall to failing. So we don't need to roll that. You just you just grab
Crank
a few more resources.
Now they can stream some video.
Yeah, there you go. So Gantu, you seem
I want to talk politics. I want to be talking politics the whole time. Like, I just don't understand these.
If you start politics, politic discussion, it's heated. A lot of the young guys here are actually very politically motivated. There is, about the agitation between the French and the Germans at this point, and that there's a lot of flash conflicts going on in the Berlin area. But there's also some conflicts between the people that live and work in the area, and not just the current Baron Musmausen, who they see as being okay. He's better than his predecessors. But not only it's not just a title. Like, he literally owns the land. Historically, the people too. So there's a lot of bad feelings about that. His branch, his family is not well loved, not well liked. He started changing that perception when he was doing the jet setting and partying about, and was basically just very lax about his rule of the area. So they're not as, there's not a lot of animosity towards him, but there is a lot of animosity to the fact that he holds the title of oppression, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of the kids here are here on academic scholarships, are doing historical research, and this is something that's been a sore point. They've been interviewing a lot of the populace and, trying to learn the history, and that was the thing.
Yeah, I'll be ranting about, like, no one can own land. Land is land. What we doing? And then I'll say, in case systems, what are we kidding? Come on, this is ridiculous. And then anything that I think that might rile like them up.
All right, make me some kind of test for your schmoozing here. Let's see if you can trigger somebody into opening up a little bit. Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, I can roll my con artistry. I got my con charisma. If that's all right.
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right. 6
successes. All right. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so are you picking a side?
I'm definitely on the side of, like, I'll probably be picking the side of like anti anti-Baron, anti case systems, class systems.
Okay. On the French-German issue, are you coming down on one side or the other?
That's a good point. I think I'd probably come down on the French side then.
Okay. So one of the guys is particularly interested in, the rhetoric that you're talking about. And he's like, hey, man, if you're really into the throwdown of the establishment and getting rid of all these monarchs, we got a little group that meets over at St. Gretchen's. It's low key, happens in the mornings. We meet out behind the rectory.
Okay. Yeah. That's that. Yeah, absolutely down with the monarchs. Like
Hey, we're not all just talk either. Like he's kind of moved around in the circle, so he's next to you. So he's kind of whispering this to you a little bit. Not so much that people can't overhear, but within the group.
You all
He's
taking
like,
down the Baron? Is that what's going on?
yeah. We made a move last month, man. We bought some primo software to hack his dogs, and we got in all right. But man, he's got some tight security up there.
Really?
One of my buds got shot in the arm, but we got out of there.
Oh man, are you guys going back again? Like freaking
Yeah, we got to get some better intel, man. We got to find out, where to strike, what to do. We were just going in to do a little recon, see what we can find. Maybe find some incriminating evidence,
they
something.
opened the door for you, man. Like it's a freaking tour. The guy just lets you into his damn living room.
Oh, you think that? The tour only lets you see the barest part of the grounds. They don't take you anywhere. They don't show you anything really. And they get you pictures too. It's like that lady that runs the tourism board. Yeah, she's like the master spy to the Baron.
Yeah, I thought something was wrong with her. She kept trying to get our fingerprints or DNA or something and all.
Yeah. I hear that. I hear the Baron's place is just rigged out, man. I hear he's got drones. He's got modern stuff. The whole place is tricked out, and all those old stones up there are just a facade. Like he's like really spent a lot on technology.
Freaking poser, man. Like, how are we getting in then, man? Like, what do we do? How do we get up there?
I don't know, man. Some people talking about just blowing the whole damn mountain down underneath the thing.
No shit. No shit. Like, legit.
And a couple of the other guys are like, hey man, keep it down, don't be talking like that.
Shit up, come on, that's all good.
The town's pretty low key, but we got soldiers just over there. Don't be talking about blowing nothing up.
It's a metaphor. It's a metaphor. It's like when social media clicks are going out, it's like we're blowing it up, something like that.
Yeah, the guy's like, yeah, that's it. Yeah, metaphor. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
Not only does the old guy got some moves, he's got some sense. Yeah.
Yeah. So St. Gretchen's. Okay. You got any? We were gonna go hit that tour. I was gonna go hit that tour, but like, are you saying like it's? I mean, you're making it sound like it ain't gonna be useful at all,
Well, it's not that it ain't useful. I mean, you'll get into the grounds. You can take a look around. If you've got some gear, you can maybe check out his systems. None of us knew that ahead of time. We would have gotten us a primo hacker up in there, but we didn't know until after.
I got him. He's a modest hacker. I mean, I would know if I would go as far as say,
oh man, can he get us cable?
Already done.
You know what? Knowing him, he probably already
some
has.
pay-per-view, man. Come on, hook us up.
All the Euro channels, wink, wink.
Yeah.
All the German specifics.
All right, I'm gonna check out this meeting every morning, but behind St. Gretchen's. Is that right?
Oh no, it's just whenever people come up with an idea, I think he thinks about it, scratches his head. Probably maybe Wednesday we got a meeting.
Okay.
After action report, something like that.
I got a couple buddies think just like us. Is that cool? Can I bring them? Or...
I mean, I'll put in the word for you, right?
One of them's a hacker guy, like he can get. He's got some tech, man.
6 successes. Like, yeah, I'll put in a word for you, man.
Okay,
you're not from around here.
No, I'm not. But I think we're all here for similar reasons. Just getting country air or something.
As the pipe passes back around to you again.
I'm gonna feel this.
Oh boy, is he. All right, Gontu, are you our technology? Are you doing anything?
Well, now I'm getting them cable and the preview. Like I hear this on the comms and I'm like, oh, I suppose I could have done that the first time.
Yep.
I'll just pipe in whatever I can find nearby as through through an exploit program.
Sure. All right, guys. So Mandrickson isn't here. You were told that he hangs out at the,
Zoom Nussbaum.
Yeah.
Nussbaum.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, it looks like we all got some good information from that. Probably we'll reconvene at some point and share stories, right?
Yeah.
We got comms too, so
Yeah.
Okay.
You have
we can
comms.
kind of listen in every once in a while.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So listen, the guy who shares tour with us tomorrow, he's at in the straight end of town at this bar called Zoom Nussbaum. He plays chess. He's on the scholarship for smarts.
Oh, well, you're a college-educated sort of fellow there, Ivan.
Yes, like the
You have an accent like chess players.
that is true. Yeah, I will take. I can go talk to him if you want.
I mean, we can all wander in.
Yeah,
Maybe
I mean,
not all at the same time.
well, yeah, I mean, we're already here in town together, staying in the same hotel. Like us traveling together is, it's we're already associated.
I'm gonna. Okay, let's do that. I'm gonna pop a drone out of the SUV and have it fly medium height, not so
Okay.
high that it triggers the missile batteries up on the castle behind me.
Well, it's just a castle airspace, so like it's not. There's nothing in the airspace of the town.
Okay.
It's the castle airspace specifically.
It's kind of like get a layout and then do surveillance while we're inside.
Okay. Yeah. You can do that. That's fine. As far as you know, there's no ordinance about flying drones. There just doesn't happen to be any that you've seen.
Small trash can shoots out of the top of the SUV. Poof.
Yeah. All right. You're right. So if you're going to head over to Zoom Nussbaum, cross town, again, you're more in the workaday area of the town. It's not as nice. It's not as clean. And you can find the bar easily enough. It's like the largest building in the section of town. It's also the most garish, hanging on the back, some German lettering. Anybody speak German or gotten any kind of skill chip for translation?
I like to think that Gantu has been doing Duolingo or something similar the whole way here. So I can ask where a library is and the bathroom is. So if
Okay, well, if you've been doing something that simple, I tell you what, yeah, go ahead and make me just make me a logic test. Logic plus logic, just logic twice.
okay, so I'm just gonna hit it twice. 4.
Okay, yeah, it's not bad. You think that the sign says donkey show, prettiest asses in the village.
Oh my God, we got the donkey show. There's some gorgeous asses in here.
I don't know what that means.
I am so
I'm kidding. I
excited.
come from the country. I know.
Okay. All this is.
Today is the day we become men.
Is this the second? Is this the second game in a week that's had a donkey show in it?
I think so.
No, this is the game.
This is the game. It was just this game last week. Then.
Yeah.
It is the second time.
It was all because of a mispronunciation of donkey show. That's but yeah, and I will get super giddy. I'm also probably sweating profusely, and my pupils are dilated, and I probably reek. Like,
Yeah, you're pretty all right.
Do we have antitoxin in that big pile of stuff in the?
I can
You got a
No,
first
man.
aid kit? Yeah,
I don't
can
want
just-
any of that in me. It's just going to be, I just want pure stuff in me from
I
now
can-
on, right?
I can
I was
have
talking to this one guy. He was saying pharmaceuticals, man, they give you cancers and stuff. So it's just going to be, if it ain't up out of the ground, I ain't eating it no more.
I know this one came from Mother.
I can magically heal you. I can remove that way.
Okay,
That's
they didn't say
natural.
anything- That's cool. They didn't say anything about magic. It's fine.
Oh, all right.
you
The whole
casting
way.
something on him.
the whole
Three
way, I feel like
successes for,
he's
uh,
teaching people about anti-monarchy establishment shit.
All right, there you go. Yeah,
They say,
all the buzzwords that you heard along the way.
Yeah. So also before we go in, I would also like to activate or cast my Analyze Truth spell.
Mhm.
Just that way, when we talk to this dude, I'll have a better idea of
Sure. Go ahead and make me a roll for that so we can see how effective it is.
3.
All right, good enough.
Yeah.
All right, you guys go through the front door, and the front doors are actually built like the doors of a barn. Like they're huge, and they open up this way, and there's all kinds of ruckus. There's lights. You've got kind of a fiddle music and like natural music playing, like an actual band is playing.
I changed
And
back
as-
into this hat. I don't want them
as you
seeing me
walk
in that
in,
hat.
You can tell that this building is a repurposed barn. It used to be a barn, and there are still stables. And the stables are having people that are just kind of leaning around it, looking in. They're all drinking beers, and there's a guy in a very elegant, 3-piece suit with tails and a top hat, and he's got these ribbons in his hands. He's walking and looking into each stall. He's putting various ribbons on each one. And so you get a little closer and look in. It's a donkey show. Actual donkeys being graded on their particular breed qualities.
This is even better than I anticipated. This is amazing. Look at these donkeys. Oh,
I do like donkeys. Out of the horse family, they're the least evil.
that's true. Mules. Don't even get me started on mules.
I would rather have, because at least a mule is half donkey. A horse is all horse, and a horse is an asshole.
There you
You talk.
go. So it's apparently some judging contest going on. Your Duolingo reading is there's you can drink all night for 20 for 20 credits, drink all night. It's some kind of festivity going on. It's like some kind of yearly festival as far as you can tell. There's also like pie eating contests. There's bratwurst, sausage eating contests going on.
Can we move here?
This is great.
This is the great pie, sausage, and beer.
Yeah, the smell is interesting. It's a mix of it's like you don't smell like donkey crap or anything, but it's got that earthy smell. But on top of that, you just smell incredibly good food. You can smell like the hops in the beer. They've got natural beers that are on the wall. They've got these full size kegs they're tapping off of. So as you come in, there's the door greeter on the door there. He's got a smile on his face at first. He's a bouncer. He's a dwarf. Older, actually. He's got a bum leg that he didn't cyber up. He's got an actual peg on his leg there, and he looks up at you guys, says something in German, spits on the ground, and then tries French next, and eventually he gets down to like just street lingo. He's like, tourist bars across the street.
No, this is the one we want.
Fair donkey show.
Prettiest asses in the county.
We want to see these asses.
Oh, well, come on in then. 20 to drink all night.
I could
sample any of the food that's around.
Drop some farm lingo from the family if I had to. Like we're most peculiar. We're mostly interested in this facet of the asses.
That and I
Right.
want
So,
real
blah, blah,
beer, not tourist beer.
Oh, okay. Artists. Okay. Well, we can have artists here, right, boys? He turns around, says something in a string of German. People raise up their beers like, hey.
All right. Yeah,
That
I'm
means
in.
hello. They said hello.
Yeah. So he scans off 20 creds from each of your
Thanks,
devices, and beer steins are pressed into your hands. And as you're going, what's going on is, again, it's a festival. People are like sharing like their meats and cheeses and everything they've made this year. They're having contests to see who had the best. Of course, the donkey show, same thing, showing off best of breed, that sort of thing. And again, this place is enormous, but again, it's a bar. It's a barn. Like there's straw on the ground, impromptu stools have been put up. A bar has been made by just logs that have been split and just leveled out. You do see some people in a back corner where it's a little bit more quiet, playing on chessboards. Several different people have paired off and playing chess. You do see a young man that's got kind of a scraggly beard. He's got a sunken chest, very pale, handsome face though, dark hair. Who seems to be he's got like a little card up again in a little bit German, but underneath that in like the street patios, it's basically He's playing people for, you make a wager, he'll match it. If you win, you get it. So he's playing some time chess in the corner there with some people.
He's the one I want to talk to, so I'll definitely put up a challenge for him.
There is a live band, and it seems like a lot of the people are just being, it's just the people that live around here are just going up with whatever instruments they have, which includes things like banjos and violins, guitars, plastic tubs as drums, just coming on stage and just picking up where the last person played. Just everyone's having a good time. So there is a small line when you walk up to Mandrickson. There's one guy waiting, the guy that he's playing against now. You notice that George, or Jorge, as the other guy called him, is very decisive. Whenever it's his turn, he makes the move quickly, slaps the timer, and he's very precise. Looks like there's probably 100 credits on the table right now in the offing. If you wait just a moment, the game's over with very quickly. Mandrickson takes the money, and the guy that was waiting in line sits down, and they start playing. He pulls out like a 50 cred, and they start playing.
Okay.
All right, so Ivan, you're checking out Mandrickson. What are the rest of you guys doing?
I would probably be schmoozing by the music. Actually, I feel like
By the music, okay.
Yeah.
Honestly, if you go anywhere near the music, almost right away, a plump country lady grabs your arm and just pulls you in to to some dancing that's going on in front, and you're just passed from one woman to another woman to another woman. A couple of guys too.
That's all right. I'm still in heaven. It's amazing.
Yeah. All right, yeah. You don't know the moves, but you do your best. It's kind of wound into this. All right. How about you, Techno G?
Gonna go inspect the asses.
Okay. Yeah.
As a former farm family person, I can point some things out. Probably that's a good tone.
Give me a double logic roll.
Yeah, all right.
We'll call this one of your knowledge skills since it's in your background.
Logic plus logic. Boom. 4.
That's a good roll. So the judge is going around. He's hanging the ribbons on various, in front of various ones, and he's going back, and he's not finished with his choice yet. He's still moving a few around. And you notice that the two that he's trying to decide which one is the best, one of them has obviously been augmented. Like someone's done a little bio sculpting on it. You can see the telltale scars that they've done their best to kind of fade in with a little bit of paint to match the coat. To your eyes, anyway, it's obvious. Looks like some of the other people are not picking up on it.
Well, I'll kind of walk up to the judge and kind of look at the two, and I'd be like, "There's something stuck to the back of that ass. There, do you see it? It's like a
Dang, there's a Klingon.
Yeah, there's a dingleberry."
Well, the judge doesn't speak anything but the native dialect, so he tries. It looks like he can speak a little bit of French, but you're not coming across.
Let's go with all my German. Das ist scheiße. Das ist gut. Yeah.
He kind of goes down to where you're pointing. And it kind of touches where you're pointing, and he looks and sees that some paint or coloration comes off on his fingers, and he starts yelling at the crowd. Owner of that one takes off. A bunch of sturdy country boys grab him, and you're not sure what happens because he's just pulled into this pile of young strapping lads that are still in their work attire. They literally have their what they call the farmer garb. I forget what they're called. The overalls. Yeah, they got their overalls on. A lot of them still have their shit kicking boots on, and there's some screaming. You see feathers flying, and then after a minute or two, this guy breaks through the crowd, and he's covered in warm tar and feathers as he's making for the doors. And when that happens, everybody just just raises their beers.
Yeah.
Judge changes his numbering around, slaps you on the back. All right, Ivan, you're up. This guy lasted a little bit longer, but he lost to Mandrickson as well. So Mandrickson looks up at you. You notice that he's sweating. His pupils are just a little dilated. He looks up to you and just nods.
I'll have a seat. I want to put a bet larger than the two I've seen, so I'll drop like 200 credits.
All right. He pauses at that, and he checks his chip account. He says, I can't cover that. 150?
150 it is then.
All right. He gives you white, so you go first.
I'm gonna make really terrible moves the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just using this as an excuse to talk to him in private, while essentially giving him 150 credit bribe.
Oh, okay. So you're trying to prolong the game without winning or without losing too soon. Okay, I tell you what. While you're in here doing this, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Yeah. 3 success.
3. Okay, that's not bad. The perspiration is pretty strong. Like you can see his shirt is a little soaked. I mean, this place is a little warm with all the bodies. But we are, entering winter, and this guy's just wearing like a t-shirt around, and he's just soaked in sweat. His hands are jittery just a little bit. You can also see he's got some scars around where his face tucks into where his ear is. You can see he's had some cosmetic surgery done. Could be that he had a minor form of goblinization, had it corrected as a youth, or he's had his facial reconstruction done to hide his identity. You've seen it both ways, that kind of scarring. Okay, so let's see if you can keep from being knocked out fast enough to be able to get anything across. So do a double logic. This is pure intellect, trying to figure a way to keep the game going.
And that was no.
Okay, now you do have chips. If you want to spend something there.
What can I do on those chips again? I've got 3, and I'm willing to burn them all. Spending plot points. I'm willing to spend them. I don't see.
All right, so the best we can do here is you can turn a failed test into a teamwork test. All right, so if you want to spend a plot point, and you guys figure out how you can make Ivan here do better. Remember, you have comm systems.
Yeah, I would just say probably have Techno G run through the moves.
Sure. Find the strategy that Jorge is using, and then how to defend.
All right. Why don't you make a test then? If you're using a program to do it as a hacking test.
I'm gonna say Cantu would probably just come over and knock it over when you're doing bad. Have to restart. That's
hacking. I can just I think just oh wait.
There's 4.
Yeah, that's good.
And I mean, I could re-roll some if I needed.
You don't really need to. 4 is good. You're using the CPU in your deck to come up with a strategy. Mm-hmm. It's probably not good enough to beat a master chess player, but it's certainly good enough to make a game extend, if not win.
Move that top one over by that short one.
Right.
That's a no chance.
So you're being fed instructions over your comm unit. So it's extending the game out. And he notices it within just a few moves, and he mutters like, almost like he's talking to himself, but loud enough for you to hear. It's like, guy's stalling, guy's not playing to win. What's going on here? Is he undercover?
I'm not
carrying.
I'm not
undercover.
undercover.
Get shot.
Listen, friend, I'm not undercover. I am carrying, but I do not have any ill intent towards you.
Oh man, this guy could be lying to me. What does he want? Oh, I'm so high. I'm so damn high.
This is fantastic. I do not even need the spell that I cast on you before this started.
Oh shit, he's a caster. Oh man.
Listen,
Does he know? I think he knows. Oh crap, I think he knows.
listen.
all
I do
know.
know. There's no.
Man, I'm hungry. Is there any more sausage around?
I will listen, friend. Pay attention. I will get you some food there in a second. You and I, we are going on the tour tomorrow at 3 p.m. I just need to know what your intention is for going to the castle.
Oh man, this shitty Russian's talking me up about taking a ride on a bus. Is this how they dispose of people? I mean, does he know? Does he know that I'm after the Baron's shit? I mean, how could he know?
Listen.
He is Russian. Do
Teamwork.
Russians take your pinkies? Where's that sausage?
I'll ask, like, can someone bring me a sausage?
I'm gonna shape it like a pinky.
The
There
whole
you go.
time he's playing the game, by the way, and he hasn't
Yeah.
looked at you at all while this is
Yeah.
going
Put
on.
little cuts in it, and then like a little circle, like where the fingernail is, and I drop the sausage off in front of him and walk away. It looks like a
There's
big
your
finger.
sausage, friend. Listen, you and I, we have similar goals. Maybe we could work together, or at least not work together. At least compare notes. You're
Oh,
after
man.
the Baron shit. I'm after something as well.
This guy's creeping me out, man. Is he a pedophile? I don't know.
How old are you? Are you
man.
old enough for me to be a pedophile?
He's
Young
got a
enough?
point. Hey, my best days are behind me. I mean, I don't know, man. Did my face give me up? I mean, did my employers? I don't know.
Who do you
I don't
work
know.
for?
I got paid pretty good.
We're getting paid pretty good too. Who are you working for?
Oh man, everybody's getting paid pretty good for this. How many people are after the book? I don't know.
Oh shit.
Man.
You're after the book too.
Maybe I should say something here to clear the air. It's your turn, man.
Oh, this is fantastic. Yeah. All right, so you're after the book. Who hired you?
Oh, he definitely knows. Man, should I tell him Morrison hired me? Or that freaking hunchback back in Seattle? I don't know.
Wait.
Man, what?
You're working for the Hunchback too?
Oh, he knows about the hunchback. Man, did he look at the hunch?
Of course I looked at the hunch. Why would you not look at the hunch?
Gotta get my head clear, man. I'm gonna get shot in this. I know I'm gonna get shot.
I'm not
Maybe I
going-
should just lose the game.
No, I'm trying to lose the game so I can give you more money.
Oh, wait, he's trying to give me money. Oh, that's a tactic. Maybe we can work together.
I think you're right on
My
that one.
name's George.
Jorge, it is pleasant to meet you.
Oh, he's been to the hostel. Only that one bastard calls me that. I owe him money.
I paid your debt with that one bastard.
Look, I'm kind of messed up here. You know things that make me know things that make me look really incriminating and possibly doing things that could get me in jail or shot. I would really rather not talk to you right now, sir, but I am interested in what you're selling.
All right, good. Come to tour tomorrow sober. We'll talk more on the bus.
Right, sober. I'm totally lying. I'm going to be blitzed out of my mind.
We'll bring a stim pack.
Oh no, you got checkmate, and I'll accidentally knock the board over. Congratulations on your credits.
Thank you, sir. I'll see you on the bus tomorrow. Totally straight. I'm so fucking lying.
George is fantastic. You all heard that, right?
Yeah, it was hard to miss. Like I'm standing nearby drinking, leaning against the post. Like, yeah, hard to miss.
So we
He's
aren't
more whacked out than Gantu was earlier.
Yeah.
Completely out of breath, spinning around with like 17 people with him. Just
Yeah, Gantu, while you're doing this, your pan keeps beeping like every few minutes as people are passing you like their phone numbers, essentially. You're being passed
I love this place. This is
from one
great.
farm girl to another.
This is the greatest
La.
place ever.
Well, we're never getting him out of here now.
I'm gonna buy that damn castle, I swear.
So, what are you doing the rest of the night? Seems like Gantu's going to have some fun.
Well, I definitely think that I'd like to Techno, maybe you should do some research on this kid.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to call. I'm going to send. I'm not going to call. I'm going to send a message to Morlock. Be like,
First of all,
hire better
you
people.
need to find a connection somewhere. You have nothing but your local communication until you can find a node out.
I have to head back to the hostel. Or I can string up my drones in a line.
You could.
To get me to ping me access to the hostel. I'll do that. 2 more garbage cans fire off from this SUV. All right.
Yeah. So good way to do it.
I just send a message like, hey, the scarred kid is not very good. Period. And send that off to Morlock.
Okay. Right. So it's a dead drop somewhere. Morlock will see it at some point. So you're not exactly sure when he's going to get back to you.
I don't even know what time
surprisingly, surprisingly, it's answered like almost immediately. You get a message back saying he was a team that was sent out almost 6 months ago. I heard the whole team was dead.
I relay that to Ivan, like, this team's dead. He's crazy. Or he's lost in some...
He's
something.
high as fuck.
That's probably why. He probably saw the rest of his team die.
Yeah, you get a dossier on him. Basically, he's a hacker. He's not going to give up a lot of information on teams he's hired in the past. I mean, that's part of the deal, right? You don't snitch on. He tells you enough to know that the mission was scrubbed. It was unsuccessful, and as far as he knew, the entire team was killed. Wasn't actually, the mission was not for the book at all.
I didn't mention anything about a book.
Well, no, he's assuming that you're saying, hey, did you hire more people for this run? He's like,
right.
We hired them for a run, wasn't for the book, wasn't the same mission.
All right.
He's definitely going for the book now.
I'll just send back to Morlock like, we'll bring him in with us. No. I say we'll provide him shelter.
How much to bring him in?
Actually, Morlock sends back 2,000 credits to make sure he never leaves there.
Done. We're gonna blow him up with the castle. I just sent to the other guys. I'm like, I got us a little more pay.
This is great news.
This is the greatest night of my
And when you finally see him, he's just soaking with sweat, snot coming all over his beard. He's got like sausage grease. He's got, this is
mustard on his fingerprint marks.
like old fashioned like lipstick kisses and stuff. Like
he's got greasy handprints all over his butt.
Pan is completely full. I have to put in a memory chip for him to keep going.
I don't know if we died somewhere along the way, but this place sure feels like heaven. So, what's going on?
We're going to retire too.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's early evening. If you wanted to just enjoy your time here, you could and head back afterwards, or if you had something else you wanted to do.
I'll leave the drones up.
Mandrickson, after he wins his chess match against you, he basically pays his bar tab and staggers out the door.
Should we follow him? Pull him off to the side, get what we can out of him?
Nah, I have droids up from here to the hostel, so if he strays, then we can go see what he's up to.
I'm good with that.
All right. Drones, huh? Okay.
I figured
it's like, oh, you've got drones, do you?
Yeah, drones in a village of no drones.
So they have a sensor package, yeah?
Yeah, they the original drones were surveillance only, and then now they have +2 dice to perception tests, and then they have guns, which was a shadow amp point.
So what I want then is a perception test, and you can use the +2 from the drones.
Okay. So I can do. Can I roll that all together? There's perception. Oh, and then I have to roll 2 more, I guess, huh? What if I had done... No, that doesn't roll. Okay.
Oh, nice.
And third one, yeah.
Okay, so what? 2 successes, 5
3.
and 3 successes. Okay. All right. So your drone sent you an alert. It's watching him go. Your drone sends you an alert that there's something a little not basically just more information needed. It starts following it a little further. It looks like Mandrickson is being followed by another drone, very slowly moving drone that has only a personal network system, but a drone is following him.
Shoot it down.
Okay.
He's a hacker. I mean, like, we know he's a hacker. It could just be his own.
Okay, so what kind of
Disable
system?
it.
What kind of system do your drones have? Like, is it basically bullets or rockets?
They're bullets.
They're bullets. Okay, so yeah, not bad.
Okay, like shoot the motivator on it. Whatever's keeping it flying.
Sure. After a bit, your drone reports that the other drone has been made inoperable. But after a few minutes, one of the farmhands staggers in. He's got a pitchfork that's got marshmallows on the tines that are on fire. And he's got like chocolate all over his face. And he's like, says something in German, and everybody just starts laughing at him. Somebody nearby translates and says, he says that a cow just blew up outside.
So it's a barbecue? I mean, I do like a good sliced beef sandwich. I'll be like, no, that's ridiculous. What kind of town?
I want to see this exploding cow.
Yeah, so what you see is like the bottom part of the cow, the 4 legs, and like part of its body, and the top of it's incinerated, and there's just fire coming out of the top of it.
Guess I have to look up the backside of a cow and see what's going on.
Like it's a mechanical cow or just flesh and blood?
Yep. It's a drone. It's a cow drone.
This changes everything.
I gotta rip its data cord. Like stick my hand down its throat, reach around, find its data cord, and yank it out.
Well, if you gave the order to
deactivate the motivator.
Yeah, there's still bits in there. Sure. I mean, you grab a handful of bits you think is the data core, some of the things you're not sure. But it's about what you can do before other people start coming out and looking.
Then I'm like looking down its mouth. I'm like, it doesn't even have a tongue. What kind of thing is this? Is this? And I'm like, this is one of those mechanical bulls you're supposed to ride, and somebody broke it like they have over in
Yeah. It's still on fire, Cafe. By the way, while you're doing this. It's still on fire. Best you can tell, it's not armed. This was an observational unit.
Huh. Well, we can't ride it anymore. It's dead.
Gantu's looking for a pitchfork and marshmallows so he can roast some marshmallows on the flaming.
It's exactly what the kid was doing.
Yeah, I'm like, this kid's genius. This is brilliant.
So many marshmallows all at once.
Tastes so good because we were forking manure with this pitchfork all day. Rubs off. Good, ain't it?
Adds texture. Yep.
It's that peaty flavor.
I just watched a Hunters episode on Amazon Prime about stuffing manure down someone's throat. No, thank you. Yeah, no, gross.
Other than that, your drone will report that he's fine the rest of the way, unless you want to follow him. It looks like he's unmolested. He's gonna make it to the youth hostel just fine.
That's what I was mostly curious if he makes it, if he goes to the hostel. So that's
he does.
After that, they can go back and except for the one right above us, the other two can go park.
Okay.
On the corners of our hotel, because that's where they're going to end up tonight anyway. So I might as well just send them out there now.
Okay. All right. So what's everyone doing for the rest of the evening? Again, it's night, but it's early evening. Although you get the idea that most people that work here turn in early or fairly early in the evening.
What's the sound system like in the barn?
Just primitive speakers, actually, wired speakers.
Do I have an audio port on this thing? I don't think so.
I would probably hit in the comms like, or do we Do we break into a tour shack and destroy pictures?
Oh, Ivan, I love you so much. Let's do that.
Gantu's got several open invitations to increase the population, so who knows what's going to go on.
We could do that, or I could become king of this place.
He's gonna be the new Baron it all. His name is gonna be Baron it all.
Guys, you could call me Baron Gantu from now
Baron
on.
Gantu, I am
Baron
all
it
for
all.
this as long as you make me your court wizard.
You are my court wizard.
This is it,
And
Baron
I'll be
Gantu. I swear
security.
allegiance.
Okay. The end.
Well, I'll
It's been a
call you
good
sir.
run. Running. Get it? Good run.
Yeah. Let's finish this one first, or else we're dead.
No, but seriously, let's go burn that fucking tourist place down.
All right, I can do that very easy.
Well, I mean,
Okay.
let's. Yes, last.
Okay.
Last.
Sir,
Let's burn
so
down
my-
last,
Dory Vance,
not
like-
first.
Gotta
Like this
go
poor
burn gotta go burn a building down.
No,
Hi, everybody.
that's
Feet are saying.
that's slang for party over on the West Coast. There, burn a building down.
There we go.
Metaphor. Yeah.
Burn a building group. There we go.
Yes. Tear down the arcology. What? Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go loudly stagger down the street like we're drunk. The drone can tell us if anyone is watching, and then we can just accidentally fall through their back door.
Sounds good to me.
That's
Okay.
as good as our plans get sometimes.
So you're going to stumble through the town, through the tourist part of the town, or up here where you are now?
Edelweiss.
Could we? I don't know. Is there a natural way for us to pass by the tourist place on the way to the hotel, or is it?
Oh
kinda out
yeah,
of the
I
way?
mean, if you were heading for like the youth hostel, for instance, you'd be passing by it on your left.
Let's do that.
The
Yeah.
back of it, though.
Sure, yeah, I mean, easily enough.
Perfect.
Listen,
I gotta-
everyone
I
needs
gotta
to take a
whiz.
piss sometimes. Yeah.
Gonna whiz by this football hooligan vandalism. For
And yes, the
99s.
youth hostel is the loudest thing in the town. Most of the area where the youth hostel is, though, are businesses. People don't live here for the most part, so there's no one, making a scene or yelling, telling people to shut up and be quiet. It's basically left to these loudmouths all night. Again, though, you don't see any police about it all. Like, that's the weirdest thing that's happened since you've been here. You've been told that there are soldiers somewhere, like nearby, but you haven't seen a single officer like in the town since you've been here.
Leave the peasants to it. That's what nobility thinks, right? Yeah, just
That's
let
what
them
that
eat
one dude
cake.
Gantu was talking about.
So-
Said right.
If you pass by, there are lights on inside the travel bureau. You see like a cleaning crew is working, going through. They've all got these big earphones on, and they've got like hazmat wear on, and they're just cleaning the place out. Yeah, actual hazmat wear, like they're in hazmat suits with the full.
He takes that.
That's
he
really
takes
weird.
that act real serious.
As a professional launderer, that seems excessive.
Yeah, let's tase them.
You do have a couple of tasers on you, or at least in
That's-
where you're.
I was
keeping
looking
your
through
van.
the equipment list. Like, what can we use? Let's tase them. I mean, we could put respirators on too, I suppose, but we could just tase them. Hey, what?
We could wait until they leave, and I just pew pew and blow it up.
No. We want to look through it. We
Oh,
want to
that's
erase
right.
your pictures, which might not happen if we just burn part of the building.
That
down.
is true.
Guy I met said that she was like the spy for the Baron and everything. So maybe there's other things on the premises that we might be able to find.
Yes.
That is a
And
good
since we gotta
idea.
do like the old-fashioned way, can't use like the drones and the networks and stuff. We gotta get
Oh,
inside.
shit. TT2KB in the house.
Snap.
Well, if you
Wait,
wait,
Dustin?
Yeah.
in about a half an hour, the cleaning crew does finish. They all pack up. There's a van that's like parked around the side that they walk into. They leave a couple of lights on in the place, but otherwise you watch them lock things up and they take off.
Oh, now
That
is
was
the time.
less fun.
Yeah, let's go.
I don't want to kill them. They could just be workers, man. I ain't gonna-
Yeah,
All right, Gantu, pick the lock with your foot.
Okay.
No, not the shotgun.
That's how I get in. If you got another
Yeah.
way.
I meant just kick it in. It's slightly less.
Well, if you, I mean, it's an oak door, iron bound. It's got an old traditional style lock on it. Although you do see that that's mostly there as an affectation. It's a mag lock. Like you need a pass key. So this is probably more than it seems. It's probably not just a wooden door.
Okay. Well, this seems more like it's your area, man. I mean, I could try to like blow a hole in the wall or something, but like maybe subtlety first and then.
I could probably just bloop electronics disable the lock.
Yeah.
All right.
Do you want to hack the lock? You do have a couple of mag keys in that kit you have, but it's back with your SUV.
That's right.
I did an electronics check and got
Sure, 4
successes.
Okay, couple things. One, yes, that's enough to get into the lock and disengage it. 2, it is connected to a system, like it's alarmed.
Oh. So I can still disable the
Yes, you can disable the lock without the alarm going off.
lock? Like I hand somebody a stick of gum and I have just like the tin foil from it.
Yeah.
All right, we're good.
You open the door, and sure
Refreshing.
enough, the core of the door, it's basically it's 2 inches of steel with just like a 1/4 inch of wood on either side. So it's like a heavy steel door.
That would have broke your foot, gone too.
No, it wouldn't. And I point to the fact that I have a chrome leg.
Chrome?
I ain't
Chrome.
kicking with my regular foot. What's wrong with you?
All right, so you're in. This has a lot of glass around it. So, and I said they left a couple of lights on. So you guys are definitely visible from the outside if someone happens to pass by. Is there anything you want to do about that?
Sorry, say that again, Bert.
There are lights that were left on inside, and this has a lot of glass. So like anyone passing by on the streets could see that you're in there.
They left the lights on. That's interesting.
They left a few lights on, like they didn't turn everything off.
You could just turn the lights off, I think. Simple enough first.
Okay, so you want to turn the lights off?
Yeah, I mean, if there's too many, if there's not like shutters or anything like that for us to close up the outside.
Okay.
Then that's, I think.
All right, so Techno, once you're in, when you were in this establishment before, there was no network, at least no unwired network. There is now. There's a security mesh.
Ah, I see.
And it is speaking to a central system somewhere.
Can I get in and trace it?
You can.
Because that's what I would be most interested in.
Okay.
Like, who is it reporting back to? I'm going to guess it's this place behind me.
Are you jumping in? Like, are you going in full virtual or?
Oh, no.
No,
Can't
okay.
do that. Can't change the snap screen today. I'm going to send in. I'm going to send in Silverfish, which is that program I got on the suborbital flight over. The one that does that quiet infiltration.
Okay.
And I just wanted to creep its way down the line and report back where it ends up.
All right, make me a roll.
You want hacking?
Yes.
All right.
And if that program gives you any bonuses, go ahead and tap that.
Well, I don't really have anything. I don't have a number or anything on that one because I just got
Do
it.
it as
from
a
them before.
generally they're +2s, so just give it a +2.
All right, so it'll be +2 after. Oh, did I close that? Oh, it's right there. Okay, so this is my straight up hacking. Oh my god.
It was close. They got 5 successes, or the network did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so what you find out pretty quickly is it is a well-protected system. Most of the security is off the shelf, but it's been modified somewhat by someone that's fairly talented. Your Silverfish almost gets caught, but it disguises itself as an upstream from here.
Mm-hmm.
There are a few other locations in town that connect to it as well, which are also on now.
Oh,
And they look like they are surveillance systems.
tell me more.
You find out that it's on time system. So basically the entire town is surveilled at night, and it goes down during the day. So it's not detectable. You're assuming that it is the, that big castle uphill that you were told that has some serious security put into it recently, but you can't know that for sure.
Can I pull network addresses?
Well, yeah, I mean, you've got its internal addressing.
It's like telling me what's going on. I'm like,
right, and it is extensive. There's satellite uplink. It's got a lot more bandwidth than the rest of the city does. And again, the thing that is kind of sticks out to you is like the entire city is under surveillance at night. Like there's cameras like in most of the buildings and in the streets.
Curious. I should have sat linked maybe.
Okay, so what this does with the silverfish in the system is whenever you want to try and hack or make a change to the system or get into it later on, you get a +2 since you've got your program in there.
Okay.
And I believe the silverfish also collects information while it sits.
Yeah, that's like it was trying to, if you remember, it was trying to take over my deck, I think it was.
Yep. So what's going on is it will catch upstream information that's coming out of this node. So this building that's being sent into the master node. It doesn't look like it's only one way. Like it doesn't look like there's any information being fed in from the main unit to this unit.
Just trying to edit that thing, but I'll just copy and paste it. Sorry.
You do find the data streams where everyone that's come in over the last couple of days, which includes you and the dog trainers, have been logged along with DNA, fingerprints, and everything else.
Well, we're going to have to wipe out all of that.
The dossiers aren't complete, though. It's just collected data. No one's actually, well, at least on this end, no one has uploaded that data anywhere to find out who you might actually be.
So what you're saying is I can destroy it. I can alter it locally. Destroy means someone's going to notice. If I just alter it, they might not notice. Got it. Yeah. Okay. That's what I want to do.
Okay. While you're doing that, so Techno G is kind of just slumped over while he's doing a little dive there. What are you guys doing? Looking around the place now. You turn the lights off, so it's a little dark.
Really, I'm just waiting for Techno G. Maybe kind of doing an idea of like, all right, when I cast Fireball inside here to burn the joint down, where am I putting it? But other than that, I think I'm in Techno G's hands at this point.
I think Ganto would take a little time to like kind of poke around a bit. That since so much of this during the day, the business during the day is sort of old school a little bit. So I want to see if there's anything around, if she's got any more, there's any kind of hidden compartments, any safes, something like that.
All right, so you're going to go look around. There's a couple of rooms that you hadn't been into before. So you're kind of poking around while this is going on. Ivan, what are you doing?
Just probably shadowing Gantu on this. I don't have a whole lot.
Both of you give me perception checks.
Three on
for us
each.
both, it looks like.
Yeah.
So 3 is what both of you guys got?
Yeah.
Okay, this is going to be funny.
Good boy.
You open a door that looks like it's an office. The door wasn't locked, so you weren't really expecting this, but you walk in. It's a very nice office, wood accent, everything. You don't see really anything modern here. Like you don't even see a terminal. There's lots of paper folders, filing cabinets, that sort of thing. It's got a fairly large roof because it's like timbers that are kind of laced together. What all of you fail to notice is hanging by one of the timbers by her left arm, stock still, not moving at all, like she's been just hanging here for hours. As you come into the room, she slowly moves her right arm, which like the camera zoom in, and it's just this incredibly large handgun that's connected into her wrists. And you're like, just a small, minuscule move as she just kind of drops the gun barrel as both of you pass by below. And we'll end it there for tonight.
Holy crap. Okay.
What? Okay. What?
He's a robot.
Yeah.
You're dead.
Well, light some
All
more
right,
fires.
guys. So Shadowrun.
Gantu, what's the account number on those on our major accounts?
No, that's all right. That's all right. I got the boys, the low ballers will take care of that. Don't worry, we got all those.
All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed that
good.
little role playing and information gathering tonight.
Donkey
That
show.
wasn't
Yeah.
donkey show. Yeah, if you would have called some of those phone numbers, you might have been shown a real donkey show.
There's still time.
Yeah, Chris, why don't you lead us out? Anything you want to plug?
I am Christopher, one of Two Old Guys Games. You can find us on 2oggames.com or Goodman Games web store or Drive Through RPG. You can also find me sometimes here, sometimes on Goodman Games Official, sometimes on Defenders of Cobalt, and most often at all the RPGs right at twitch.tv.
Jeff,
Yeah,
or as I like to say, target number 2.
Adventures in Lollygagging, twitch.tv/lollygaggers. We play a bunch of different RPGs there, mostly Mondays, Fridays, and Saturdays, except the next 2 nights, Monday and Tuesday this week. I'm going to be over on the Free League Publishing channel tomorrow night at 9 Central with Bert and with Chuck. We're playing some Vaesen. And then on Tuesday, same time, I'm playing some Twilight 2K, Twilight 2000, the beta rules or alpha rules. So yeah, come check that out.
Nice. Chuck.
Yeah, Defenders of Cobalt, twitch.tv/Defenders of Cobalt. Wednesday night, you can check us out for some spectaculars. And Friday night, you can check us out for some basic fantasy role-playing game. So it's good stuff. Yeah, also you can find I Run Games over on Free League Publishing and Goodman Games Official. So you can check out some shit I do there.
Nice. And I'm Bert. I run a little podcast called Of Steam, Steel, and Murder, which can be found at Blue Magic, BLUMAGIK.com. And I run stuff for you folks here on Notorious DMG. So hopefully you enjoyed tonight.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, guys.
It was fantastic.
Yeah.
I thought it was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.